Great awakening, y'all. I haven't been to sleep yet. I'm just getting in. I had to take care of some stuff, and I know I said that I was going to be going to the water when I get off of work, walking around to do my, thing, spending time around there. I'm not going to have time to do it. I ain't have time to do it this morning because I had to take care of some business, but I'm about to lay down after I have my tea. So I just wanted to, I don't know how many of you know about this. And it's a few different things. So I'm really trying to get back into the frequency of astral projecting on a regular. I already lucid dream, but this is going to actually help me get there a bit faster. So it's mugwort. This is not the only thing. I also have Kalia Zakatachichi and Blue Lotus, and also Wild Dagger. It has another name for it, but that's, if you look that up, let me see if I can give y'all the other name for it. And I will let y'all know what they do. This one for the mugwort, it says, long associate with contacting spirits and piercing the spiritual veil, dispels fatigue from travelers, aid in astral travel, which is what I want to do, in dream magic, enhances creative feminine energy. So let me see if I can do it this way. What can you tell me about the properties of Wild Dagger, Kalia Zakatachichi, and Blue Lotus flower?
I'll search for information about these specific plants and their properties. Let me search more specifically for Blue Lotus flower properties. The search results for Wild Dagger Kalia Zakateki mainly returned information about Leonotis leonurus, also known as wild dagger and lion's ear, which is a plant species in the mint family, Lamiaceae. However, I couldn't find any specific information about Kalia Zakateki as a distinct variety or related term. For Blue Lotus flower, I found comprehensive information about its properties and effects. Let me provide you with what I found about these plants. Wild dagger, scientifically known as Leonotis leonurus, is a broadleaf evergreen shrub, native to South Africa with medicinal properties. The main psychoactive component is hypothesized to be related to the presence of leonarine or labdanes, and it also contains marabin, which has both antioxidant and cardioprotective properties. Blue lotus flower, or Nymphea caerulea, has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years as a natural aphrodisiac, sleep aid, and anxiety reliever. The plant contains the psychoactive alkaloid nuciferine and apomorphine, which stimulate dopamine receptors. Symptoms included sedation, disorientation, and perceptual disturbances in some cases of consumption. However, it's important to note that the Food and Drug Administration has not approved the blue lotus flower for consumption in the United States, and both plants can have side effects. Would you like me to search for more specific information about either plant?
No. See if you can find something on Kalia Zakatachichi.
Perfect. I found information about Kalia Zakatakichi. Calea ternifolia, sin Calea zacatequichi, is a species of flowering plant in the Aster family, Asteraceae, and is native to Mexico and Central America. Its English language common names include bittergrass, Mexican calea, and dream herb. Zacatequichi, the former species name, is a Hispanicized form of the Nahuatl word Zacatl chichich, meaning bitter grass. The plant ice used in traditional medicine and ritual in its native range, and isolated reports describe rituals that involve smoking a plant believed to be this species, drinking it as a tea, and placing it under a pillow to induce divinatory or lucid dreams. The compound that is thought to cause the effects of Calea ternifolia is calecine, a prodrug of eugenol, a potent GABA-positive modulator. However, one study suggests that the herb may have some toxic properties towards kidneys.
What else can you tell me about lobelia?
I'll search for information about lobelia and its properties. Lobelia is a group of flowering plants native to North America, with hundreds of species, including Lobelia inflata, which has tall green stems, long leaves, and tiny violet flowers. Native Americans in the New England region used Lobelia inflata for medicinal and ceremonial purposes for centuries. The most prominent alkaloid in Lobelia inflata is lobeline, which may relax your airways, stimulate breathing, and clear mucus from your lungs. However, lobelia comes with serious safety concerns. Taking 0.61 gram of the leaf is said to be toxic, and 4 grams may be fatal. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cough, dizziness, and tremors, and large doses may cause serious toxic effects, including sweating, convulsions, fast heartbeat, very low blood pressure, coma, and possibly death. The FDA has prohibited its use in smoking cessation products since 1993 due to safety concerns. Would you like me to search for more information about any specific aspect of lobelia?
No, but could you tell me about skullcap and believe it's called mother's weed?
I'll search for information about skullcap and its properties.
It didn't get the other one.
Skullcap refers to any plant in the Scutellaria family, though American and Chinese varieties are most commonly used in natural medicine. American skullcap, Scutellaria lateriflora, is a perennial herb native to North America, while Chinese skullcap, Scutellaria bicalensis, is native to several Asian countries, as well as Russia. The leaves of American skullcap have been used in traditional herbal medicine and have an association with calming properties, which practitioners often use to ease anxiety or epileptic convulsions. This plant was used in traditional medicine practices as a sedative and treatment for conditions like insomnia and anxiety. It's thought that American skullcap positively impacts mood and reduces anxiety by stimulating gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, a neurotransmitter that helps calm nerves. The plant contains large amounts of flavonoids, including scutellarin and bicolin, which are believed to be the active components accounting for its sedative and antispasmodic activity. However, skullcap has been implicated in rare instances of clinically apparent liver injury, though this is uncommon and usually resolves when discontinued. It sounds like you were about to mention another plant. What else would you like to know about?
I believe it's called mother's wort.
I'll search for information about motherwort, which I believe is what you're referring to. Yes, you're absolutely right. Motherwort, scientifically known as Leonurus cardiaca, is an herbaceous perennial plant in the mint family, Lamiaceae. The ancient Greeks used motherwort to reduce anxiety during childbirth, and it's originally from Central Asia and Southeastern Europe. The plant was historically used as cardiotonic and for treating gynecological afflictions such as amenorrhea, dysmenorrhea, menopausal anxiety, or postpartum depression. Motherwort has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects and might also help fight bacteria and stimulate the uterus. The plant contains iridoid glycosides such as leonuride and the alkaloids leonurine, leonurinine, and stachydrine, which are all credited with medicinal effects. Leonurine is a guanidine alkaloid shown to have cardioprotective, hypotensive, uterotonic, and neuroprotective effects. The HMPC concluded that these motherwort preparations can be used to relieve symptoms of nervous tension and nervous conditions of the heart, such as palpitations. However, motherwort medicines must not be taken during pregnancy. Have you used any of these plants before, or are you researching them for a specific purpose?
Okay, so those are the ones that I have taken in the past. I put them all together in like a tea bag, or I mix them all together in my tea ball, and I just steep it in some hot water. Usually I would put it in a couple tea bags, boil it, and then let it simmer, and then just let it sit and cool, and then have it to drink. This is what I'm trying to do right now. And the other ones I have in the garage, I'm not trying to get all of those. I'm just taking what I have right now, and until I have time to actually go in there and pull them all up. I work with these herbs with my hoodoo work when it comes to, doing things that need to be done for specific natures. But then I also have some that I just drink as a tea that will help to induce that lucid state and the astral projecting or astral traveling. The lobelia is one that is a sedative, just like there was another one that was mentioned that's a sedative. So they really do things to help calm the nerves and bring you to a nice state of relaxation so that you can actually be more calm and subdued, to be able to allow that process to happen more easily. I tend to need it right now because, especially with the hours that I work, trying to build it up in my system and get to a place that when any time that I do tend to lay down, have a cup of tea of it so that it can start to build up, and then allow myself to naturally go into that state. So if you guys are, curious about my experience of what begins to happen, how things happen, I can talk about experiences that I've had from the time that I was young, because I actually have been astral traveling, lucid dreaming since I was 11 years old. But I've stopped, and I tend to feel myself picking it back up where certain things start to happen. And I don't know, like, if any of you are familiar with it, where your body starts to go into that, it feels like it's almost shaking while you're asleep, and it's almost like you start to feel the detaching. I can't really explain it. It's a strange feeling. But then you start to go into that paralytic state. I've just, for so many reasons I don't want to get into right now, I don't sleep a certain way simply because I didn't like the feeling. I didn't want it to happen. I know some people that are able to naturally do it any which way they sleep. Our bodies naturally do. Our etheric body naturally detaches anyway and goes and does its own thing. There's ways of doing it where you're conscious and aware of it, and then there's ways that it just happens and you don't know But I'm trying to go back into a place where I'm doing it where I'm actually aware, just like lucid dreaming. So again, I'm going to try to get this down because I need to get some sleep. It is already almost 11:30. It is 11:20, about 11:23. So I want to get this down, and then I want to just lay down. But again, if you guys are interested in my experience, the experiences that I have had, what it feels like as everything starts to kick in, definitely let me know. And if you guys have experiences that you would like to share, please leave it in the comments, because I would definitely love to hear some of the things that you guys have gone through, and even whatever process that you may go through when it comes to lucid dreaming and astral projecting. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And this is probably one of the easiest ways that I could think of to do it. And you can actually get a couple uses out of one helping, I guess. I don't know what to call it. One serving. And this is for now just the mugwort. But I've got to go and get the other stuff. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. And see where things end up happening. So until the next time, you guys, I gotta close my eyes and get some rest. I will talk to you later. Be well.